Hi, I'm Brel, and here's your Sutton Scoop for today. We're here with Matt Siegler from Flare Systems, and Matt is the president and CEO.
Yes.
And lives here in Vernon. He's a 9-year native. And tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, it's thanks for having me. I appreciate coming out here to do this little interview. Yes, our company is basically a renewable energy company. We specialize in a lot of neat renewable products. The one that we're mostly known for right now is what we call our SOS in a box. It's basically a renewable energy system that actually is kind of like a generator.
Right.
Okay, so think of a gas generator in a sense, but what we've done was instead of using fuel as our power source, we've actually used solar as our power source.
Great. So, like when I'm camping, this could sort of eliminate all that noise.
That's right. Most campers, when you're out there camping, if you have an RV or you have, most of these generators, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that actually power up their generator just to make a cup of coffee. We've actually eliminated that with actually having a zero carbon footprint. So you can actually brew a cup of coffee, you can actually power up a mini fridge, you can actually power up some power tools. There's a lot of things you can power up with that without actually having to use any fuel source at all.
And somebody like me could power up all their computers and laptops without running the truck battery dead.
That's right. It's very much like it's that easy. A lot of our products are actually used in schools, and what we've actually done was, they actually use our SOS in a box to basically power up kind of televisions, laptops, any type of equipment that they can use for learning, and it's actually a very neat product.
Very cool. Now, I met your parents about a year ago, just about, and so that's how I kind of came onto this product. And at that point, everything was just sort of patents pending, and now you've got a couple of lines, I know, and read just last week on LinkedIn that you've been on the Dragon's Den, and that's coming up. So
that's right. We were actually we interviewed for the Dragon's Den about in February, and it's a very neat episode. What it actually is Shell Oil Corporation, out of over 1,500 videos submitted, we were actually picked out of 1 out of 3 of that. So we were actually competing for just the energy innovation itself. So it's called the Future Now episode. And what it is, it's talking about how we're able to take the type of product we have as innovation and actually put it into the environment. And it's a great episode. It airs on June the 3rd, and we're very excited for the viewing.
Awesome. I know that you guys are really on the leading edge, and solar power is very big in Europe. They're way ahead of us, and we're just sort of getting into it. And tell me a little bit about the solar signage and that sort of thing.
Yes, the solar signage it's very, very cutting edge. Most people don't understand that basically a solar panel, there's 2 types of solar panels, let's call it. There's the monocrystalline panel, which basically is the typical the cell base as you see, and the other one's what we call a thin film panel. What we've actually do is able to take a thin film solar module and actually literally cover it up. So we can actually have Sutton real estate, let's call it, right over the panel and actually use that to collect energy. It actually enhances it while I'm doing the advertising.
That's awesome. And how would that sort of eventually down the road change solar in household use? Household use,
it's very unique. Household use and commercialization use. Let's take for example storefronts. Right over here by Fruit Union Plaza, you have a big stack of signs. We can actually stack our signage and print on the labeling on each sign all the commercialization companies. What we're able to do with that now is we've actually created about 1,000 to maybe 1,500 watts of solar power, which there we can actually backfeed onto the grid and basically help reduce the cost of energy. Or what we actually do is you can actually take that energy and just illuminate the entire signs itself. So there's a double application. In a billboard application, we're still researching and developing a full-scale size, so where you see a lot of billboards, we're able to take that technology where they couldn't illuminate before of costly electrical costs, and we're able to light.
Cool. So it sounds like you're going to have a really large variety of consumers. You're going to have the general public for some of your stuff, definitely commercial applications, and you mentioned the military. Is there?
Yes, there's definitely the military applications and first responder applications, especially for the SOS box. We're actually working on that side of where, let's say, if there was a natural disaster that were to happen, and power were to be knocked out. What is the thing that the emergency management systems need? Well, they need to be able to communicate.
Absolutely.
Our box is there to actually completely have the equipment run off of our solar box, which enables them to power it up and actually get the first responders and the emergency management systems to run.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is. It's a very neat product.
Yeah. And so when the Dragon's Den episode airs, will we see what this looks like? And
Yes. So when it airs, what you're going to see is a 2-minute pitch. It's a very fast pitch. There's 2 other competitors that are going out there. What you're going to be able to see is me actually demonstrating what we can actually power up. Give you an example: a CPAP machine for those who have sleep apnea. We're able to help keep them breathing through the night. We're able to run small laptops to small appliances. So you're able to see the uses of what we're able to do on that show.
Very cool. So June the 3rd.
Yes, June the 3rd on CBC.
Awesome. I'm going to be watching for sure.
Absolutely, it's a good show. You don't want to miss it.
Definitely not. Thanks so much for
You're very
coming in.
welcome. Appreciate it so much.
You bet.
Bye for now.